Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Myself Chirag Godedra. I am Assistant Professor in Department of Civil Engineering, Noble Group of Institutions. Uh, Today we will learn design of retaining wall. This topic is part of branch Civil Engineering subject DRCS, that is a design of reinforced concrete structures, which comes in 7th semester in degree engineering. So let start our topic, that is a design of a retaining wall. In previous videos we have already discussed what is retaining wall, various types of retaining wall, applications of retaining wall, behavior of retaining wall under the loading, and various forces that acts on a retaining wall. So in this video we will discuss the active earth pressure by Rankins theory for computing lateral earth pressure. So in our last video, we have discussed various forces acting on the retaining wall. So the first force is lateral earth pressure. This earth pressure is applied by the earth to the retaining wall. So to compute this earth pressure, the Rankine gave active earth pressure theory for various 5 type of cases. So let us discuss these cases one by one. So the first case is for dry or moist backfill with no surcharge. So here the retained earth will be dry or it is moist. Uh, that means with some moisture content, and there will be no surcharge. So the pressure at the base of the wall, here the height is h, and the pressure at the base of the wall is given by a PA is equal to Ka into gamma into h. Here the PA is pressure at the base of the wall, Ka is coefficient of active earth pressure, gamma is equal to unit weight of the soil, and h is equal to height of the retaining wall. So the total pressure acting on the wall is equal to area of pressure triangle. We are talking about this triangle. Now we all know that the area of triangle is equal to 1/2 into base into height. So here the base is Ka into gamma into h, and height is h. So 1/2 into base into height gives us a total pressure P, capital PA is equal to 1/2 into K into gamma into h square. This pressure acts as at h by 3 above the base of the wall, and if the soil is dry, gamma is equal to dry unit weight of the soil, and if soil is moist, gamma is equal to moist unit weight of the soil. So our next case is submerged backfill with no surcharge. So this means in this case the sand behind the retaining wall is saturated with water. So the lateral earth pressure is made up of two components, that is lateral earth pressure due to submerged weight of the soil, and lateral earth pressure due to the water. So the total pressure at the base is given by Pa is equal to Ka into gamma dash into H plus gamma W into H. Here this K is a coefficient of active earth pressure, gamma dash is equal to submerged weight of the soil, H is equal to height of the wall, gamma W is equal to unit weight of the water. Now in this case they are trying to say that uh, there are two triangles. There will be two triangles. One triangle is because of submerged unit weight, and another triangle is that is because of water. So we can merge this both triangle and make a one triangle. So uh, in another cases, if the free water stand to the both side of the wall, the water pressure need not to be considered, and the net lateral pressure is given by this equation, Pa is equal to K into gamma dash into H. Why? That is because here if here is water, here there is a water, so this water acting in applied pressure to retaining wall in this direction, left side, and this water will apply the lateral earth pressure to the retaining wall on the right side. So they both nullify each other's effect. Like here a plus gamma W into H, and because of this water there will be minus gamma W into H. So a plus gamma W into H and minus gamma W into H will nullify each other's effect, and the remaining value of total pressure at the base will be Ka into gamma dash into H. And the third possibility is if the backfill is partly submerged, that is if the backfill is moist to a depth h1 below the ground level and then it is submerged, the lateral pressure intensity at the base of the wall is given by this equation. And the third possibility
This case is
is
a
if the
mixture of
backfill is
both the
partly
first two
submerged. That is,
possibilities. In
if
first
the
case,
backfill is
there will
moist
be a
to a
moist
depth
soil, and
h1
another
below
case
the
there
ground
will be
level,
a
and then it is
submerged soil.
submerged,
So in
the
this
lateral
possibility, they are
pressure
trying to say
intensity
that if
at the base of the
the
wall is
retained earth
given by
mass
this
is
equation.
moist up to
Now
depth h1, and then it is
this case is a
submerged,
mixture
that
of
is
both
fully
the first
saturated.
two
So we
possibilities.
have to
In first case,
mix
there
those
will
two
be a
cases,
moist
and
soil, and
another case there will
make
be
an
a
equation. So now
submerged
this
soil.
for h1
So
height,
in
the
this
soil is
possibility,
moist,
they are
and
trying to
after
say
the
that if
h1 height for this
the
height
retained earth mass
h2,
is moist
the
up to
soil is
depth
fully
h1, and then it
saturated,
is
that is submerged,
submerged,
so
that is
now
fully
what we have
saturated.
to
So we
taken
have
care
to
that we have to
mix
take
those two
this K
cases
into
and
gamma into
make
h1 for
make
the
an
height.
equation
So
only
now this
h1.
for
Then
h1 height,
here
the
gamma
soil
is
is
equal to
moist,
moist
and
unit
after
weight
the
of the soil.
h1 height
Then we have
for
to
this height
h2
add
Ka
the soil
into
is
gamma
fully
dash into
saturated,
h2,
that
that
is
is for
submerged. So
this
now what we
portion.
have to
The
taken
unit
care that
we have to
that is
take
the pressure
this
because
K
of
into gamma
submerged
into
soil,
h1, that
for
is
the
K
height
into gamma dash.
only
Gamma dash
h1.
is
Then
submerged unit
here
weight of the
gamma
soil,
is
and
equal to
h2 is
moist
the height
unit
of the
of the soil.
saturated soil.
Then
Then we have to
add
add
Ka
the
into
unit
gamma
weight
dash
of
into h2, that
water,
is
that
for
is
gamma w into
this
h2.
portion.
That is
The
because
unit
of that
this
is the
in this
pressure
portion
because of
for the
submerged
submerged
soil.
the soil
That
is
is K into gamma
fully
dash. Gamma dash
submerged.
is
Submerged unit
so
weight of the
all
soil, and
this
h2 is the
summation of
height of the
this
saturated soil.
three,
Then
that
we
is
have
for height
to
h1
add
moist moist
the
soil,
unit
for
weight
height
of
h2
water, that is
saturated
gamma
soil
w
and
into
water.
h2.
That
Which
is
will
because
give
of
us the this
lateral
in
pressure
this
intensity
portion
at
for
the
the height
base.
h2, the soil is
So
fully
our third
submerged.
case is a
So
backfill
all
with
this
a uniform
summation of
surcharge.
this
Now
three,
as we can
that
see
is
in the
for height
figure
h1
here,
moist soil, for height
this is the
h2
retaining earth mass is
saturated soil and
provided by
water,
a uniform
which will give us the
backfill
lateral
with
pressure intensity at the
intensity
base.
Q per unit area, that means kilonewton per meter square. So if the backfill is horizontal, here the backfill is horizontal and it carries a surcharge of uniform intensity Q that is not varying, then the lateral earth pressure is due to surcharge and backfill. So the lateral earth pressure intensity at the base will be Pa is equal to K into Q, lateral coefficient of earth active earth pressure into Q plus K into gamma into H. So if we want to convert this surcharge into equivalent height of the field ZE, then the height of the field ZE equivalent to the uniform surcharge intensity is given by equating these both values, that is K into Q is equal to K into gamma into ZE. Here ZE is the equivalent height of the field. So Z is equal to Q by equating this both, we can say that Z is equal to Q by gamma. So this means that the effect of the surcharge of the intensity Q is same as that of a field of a height ZE above the
ground surface. So now they are trying to say that if we don't want to take there is a surcharge, then we have to take there is also a landfill, also a backfill having a height ZD above the ground level. Then we don't have to calculate uh, the pressure due to this surcharge, but we have to calculate ZD.
Now the next case is a backfill with a sloping surcharge. Now as we can see in the figure, there is a horizontal backfill with a inclined surcharge having a surcharge angle beta with the horizontal. So there is no difference in pressure equation. The pressure equation will be same, that is Pa is equal to Ka into gamma into H plus K into Q, but the difference will be of the equation in Ka, that is K is equal to cos beta into cos beta minus under root cos square beta upon cos square phi upon cos beta plus under root cos square beta minus cos square phi. So here beta is equal to angle of surcharge and phi is equal to angle of repose. The only difference is in Ka, and if the surcharge is horizontal, the beta will be 0. So by computing with trigonometry equations, K will be 1, K is equal to 1 minus sin phi upon 1 plus sin phi. This value of K is for only horizontal surcharge. As we have discussed in previous topic, so if there will be inclined surcharge, we have to take cos beta, the equation of K, this. And the last case is the retaining wall having inclined back. So in all the previous cases that we have discussed, the back of the retaining wall is always vertical. That means the retaining wall on the hillside is always vertical. Now what if the retaining wall is inclined on the hillside? So this is the case. So first of all, we have to calculate the total active pressure P is calculated on the vertical face, that is face BC. So now resultant force P of pressure P1, that is lateral pressure, and weight of the soil wedge W, capital W. This is the weight of the soil which retained here in triangle A, B and C. The weight of the soil retained in this wedge is W. So the resultant will be this. So capital P is equal to under root P square, P1 square plus W square, where we all know that P1 is equal to 1 by 2 K into gamma into H square. These equations come from the basic formula of 1/2 a base, 1/2 base into height. So I hope you all understood this topic well. If you have any query or questions regarding this topic, you can write here in comment section below, or you can reach me at my mail address. Thank you. Have a nice day.